If you're a songwriter, hey, this is Doug. Just checking in with a couple of things I'm thinking about songwriting. And today I'm thinking about the phrase imagination or real. When my daughters were growing up, and even to this day, have vivid imaginations. And they would tell these fantastic stories. My grandson now, the same type of thing. Just endless vocabulary about telling some fantastic story. And I would ask at some point, imagination or real? And, not to, discount what they're saying, but just kind of like help them kind of recenter what they're talking about. But it's pretty funny. In songwriting, when you're in the creative process, you might be thinking of a story or a narrative or just a path that you want your lyrics and music to go. It could be this creative thing of space travel and adventures under pirates, all kinds of things. But you want to make the distinction for your listener, what is real and what is imagination. And so you want to kind of like that fine edge of bringing in creative details where horses fly and dreams come true. There's a lot of Disney songs like that where they use this the words that describe an imaginary situation, but they ground it in a real situation. Now you could write an imaginary song that's just completely not nonsense, but completely fictional, right? Just completely impossible and improbable. But I find that the best things that have the most impact for me as a listener and then me as a writer is where you can blend the two, imagination and real, so that your listener feels grounded in what you're trying to say, but there's these cool visuals. I have this song that I'm working on right now that I wrote a while ago, Isle of Age. And there's one phrasing in there, in the coconut grove where everyone go hanging out with the monkeys, swinging on a vine on this island in your mind, and the band can play real funky. Well, are people swinging with monkeys? No. But it just, in your mind, it just kind of, you get that picture of that happening, and it can just reinforce something else that you're trying to say. So again, trying to know specific, do this or don't do that. But a thing to consider is blending the imagination with the real and coming up with this cool narrative. Again, not trying to sell you on my story, but help you find a place of your story in my story. Hope that helps. Keep writing those songs. We need to hear from you.